Listens Live.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon to you and happy Friday. Thanks for being with us here on Wave Listens Live. I'm your host, Brian Schlonsky. We have got a great show to help you close out the week today. Our friends from Elder Advisors are back with us for 2 segments as we take you to the rundown now. And then we will be sitting with Donate Life Kentucky as well. Always such an important message from our friends there at Donate Life. But first, before we get to those great segments, we've got another day of the giveaway. The Harlem Globetrotters coming to town, and we would like to send you. All you've got to do is be the first caller today, and you can win a family 4-pack of tickets to see the Harlem Globetrotters. They will be in Louisville at the KFC Yum Center on January 11th. So go ahead, call that number on your screen, 502-571-5263. That is your chance to win those tickets for you and your family. Remember, you have to be the first caller in order to win. All right, our first 2 segments today, that important message about the workshops. Don't go broke in a nursing home.
Don't do it.
The Elder Advisors back with us. Larry, Vice President.
Hello.
Lindsay Fleming,
Hello.
Senior Vice President. Good to see you guys again. Twice in 1 week. It's a good week.
Yeah, did I even get an introduction? I'm not sure. You
Most
did.
importantly,
Let me tell you what. I'm going to try to keep it for the little children at home.
Okay.
Hello, Kentuckiana. Hello, Mom and Dad. Oh, hey, Big Tom in Taylorsville's got juice. He can go into the Teacup restaurant in Taylorsville. He can use a credit card.
Yeah?
I go in, I'm sorry, Mr. Weiss, it's cash only. I said, hey, I'm Larry Weiss, but you're not Big Tom. So Big Tom in Taylorsville can use a credit card at the Teacup restaurant. Everybody else has to use cash. Yes, Autumn and I did like 2 weeks ago.
Is he getting airline miles or something for that?
I don't know. He's got juice.
Okay.
He's got 2 kids, a great daughter, and a son I'm not really a fan of. But you know what? I'm more of a fan of him than I am you now because I'm going to try to keep it up here.
Okay.
We're in the green room. Let's just say you passed something to me. I would have rather been a disease.
That was her fault.
Than what she gave me in the green room. It was disturbing, but I got to tell you.
Let's talk about the workshop.
It was polished.
Yeah.
It was polished.
well
Workshop. Why am I
only
here?
Brian.
Oh,
An
don't go
actor
broke
in
in a
my
nursing
previous
home.
life.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was good.
Let's talk. Okay.
Let's talk about something else.
You had experience.
Hello, children. Hello, Kentuckiana.
Clearly in Taylorsville, but you guys have other parts of town you'll be visiting
Yes.
where we're going to have good experiences.
We're going to Gordon.
Yes.
this
On Wednesday.
month. Yeah, we're so excited.
Wednesday.
So Gordon, which is just really convenient for folks in, that neck of the woods.
It's the first capital of Indiana.
I didn't know that.
It is.
I like
Was.
it.
Yeah.
Here's popping up the info for the workshops.
There you go. January in Gordon. Holiday Inn Express, 10 a.m.
Wednesday.
Anything specific for this session? Because you guys always have great info at the workshops. We're hitting these right at the start of the year.
That is a great question. You don't need to answer. I got it. Now, specifically for, I think, your folks in Gordon.
Right.
But, folks, we work with a ton of family farmers, right? Mom and dad have been on the farm for a long time or whatever.
Land rich, cash poor.
They're busy. They're working. And, yeah, land rich, cash poor may apply to them. But they've not done anything to do any protection for if, God forbid, the inevitable nursing home would happen, right? And so those folks, we just meet a lot of those folks out in Gordon, and they've been very pleased with our services. And there's so much we can do. I think people think there isn't, but protect the farm, people. Protect the farm.
Sure.
So.
You were talking in the commercial break, too, that there's sometimes things that maybe people wish they knew or big mistakes that are made when they're going through this process.
Well, and as a consummate professional, I had recovered from the bad delivery in the green room to remind you on more of a business level, because I'm all about business, Kentuckiana. Don't go broke in a nursing home because you don't have to. So often, and that's why we have Bob Marshall, CPA tax attorney at the Monday workshop in Louisville, and then Laura Williams at Tuesday and Wednesdays, because there's almost always a legal component when you're protecting assets. We're not attorneys. We're also not tree surgeons. We're also not dentists. We're also not firefighters.
What is a tree surgeon?
Cut the trees, stuff like that. I've got both of you guys realizing my role. It's just really hurting me. But in any event, I am always amazed when people come in. They'll come in for a free consultation, and one of the first questions we ask families is, do you have a power of attorney for your spouse or for your parent? A lot of times, I hear crickets more than I should. It's just, I have to have the tools to be able to help families.
Right.
And people are amazed. They've been married 55 years. No power of attorney.
Yeah.
And it's just devastating because, for husband and wife, we can protect all the assets if we're in a crisis plan. It's a single person about half, but I've got to have the tools to do that. And we need power of attorney a lot of times.
And it's not because those people are lazy or they're failing to plan, or they just don't know, right? And it's like, what trumps 55 years of marriage? Well, a lot of things.
Sometimes,
court,
yeah.
But when you're trying to, enter into a nursing facility and pay for it, they don't care that you've been married for 55 years. You've got to have the legal documents, which Larry and I don't prepare because we're not attorneys, but that's the legal component of it at the workshops. And people just don't know. So like, come out to the workshops, y'all. Come out to the workshops and just, you'll feel better. You'll feel better when you leave than when you came in, because it's just, knowledge is power. And that's really what we're trying to do, is just educate folks about what's out there.
Yeah,
for them.
why not arm yourself with that knowledge, especially going through something like this, that if you're the one going through it and you're not going on behalf of a elder in your life, that you've never gone through this before, so you don't have that knowledge. You kept talking about different tools that you can have that help people to achieve all of this. Obviously, Power of Attorney one. Any others out there that would help right off the bat?
Well, I don't know if it's a tool as much as it's always a hidden trap for families, and that's cash value life insurance. Because a lot of times, when we're going through, they've got an insurance policy, and I'll ask them. I said, well, that's to bury me, and we look, and it's got $15,000 death benefit, but it's got $13,500 of cash value. Well, that can be a problem because the threshold to qualify for benefits is $2,000, and people are so dismissive. I mean, because that's not their bailiwick. That's what they do. They're thinking, well, that was just to bury me or bury dad. Well, the problem is that has a cash value. So if something happens in the interim, there's a fall, they're going into rehab, maybe in long-term care, and they're trying to qualify for benefits. That little nickel and dime policy will keep them from getting benefits. It's $10,000, $11,000 a month.
And worse than that is that at a nursing facility, their job is to take care of people, which they do. But their answer is, we'll just cash in the life insurance policy and then just pay us. Pay us the money. Well, that's great, but then now you don't have anything to bury dad with, and it doesn't have to be that way. So that's just really what we go over all of that in the workshops, and just give little nuggets of information that people really need to kind of navigate these waters.
Okay, we've got a whole nother segment to get into these. Before we go to commercial break, I like the wave. I want to pop up the workshops one more time. Make sure people see this multiple
Just
times.
Don't present any
3 chances to go.
Right. Okay, go.
Oh, no.
Monday,
I know what you're getting at.
Louisville, Hilton Garden Inn in Louisville, off exit 132 on I-65 next to the fairgrounds. All the workshops start at 10 a.m., so you don't go broke a nursing home. Tuesday, we head north. We cross the river at the Hampton Inn in Clarksville on Broadway, just off of Veterans Parkway in Clarksville. And as Lindsay was alluding to, I think she's got some lost kinfolk down there on Wednesday, and Corden to Holiday Inn Express, so you don't go broke in a nursing home. They can go register at freeworkshop.com or call 855-LARRY-55. It's how I met Lindsay's husband. You can call 855-LARRY-55. It'll answer all of life's problems.
I was going to ask if that's how she met him too, but we'll save that story for another time.
Save it for the green room.
There we go. We've got another great segment with these two. Always a wealth of information, but a lot of fun too. So stick around with us here on Wave Listens Live. We will be right back with you after the short break.
I'm not going anywhere.
Me neither.
The Wave Charlie Wilson's Jen Air Kitchen is furnished by Miller's Fancy Bath and Kitchen, Kentuckiana Countertops, Cherry House Furniture Gallery, and Annabelle's Oriental Rugs. Thanks to these great sponsors.